Are we entering a buyer's market? Not so fast. Today on Major Money Matters. All right, welcome to Major Money Matters. My name is Major. I'm the host of Major Money Matters and a mortgage broker powered by Edge Home Finance. If this is your first time here, I do invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. We do post weekly videos to keep you informed of what's going on in the market. And I wanted to interject here because this weekend I kind of went around to open houses. I wanted to see really what was going on the ground level, traffic at homes, how many offers are being made on homes, interviewing some real estate agents about what they're seeing in the market. Now, I am home based currently in Oahu in Hawaii. That is a very active, very competitive market. I mean, for God's sakes, it's Hawaii. Everybody wants to live here. So, it's a very active market. I also do a lot of business in the DFW area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, and some business in California and Colorado. So started talking to realtors and everything. They start saying like, hey, we're start seeing a slowdown or a shift in the market. And I won't go deep into, why that slowdown is happening, which is kind of typical. For this time of year, inventory starts to tick up a little bit. But I want to look at this kind of just from a statistical point of view and assess the information that people are saying in contrast with the information that's going on in the market. So people are interpreting a shift in the market, potentially meaning that we're entering a buyer's market, which I don't think we're quite there yet. In fact, I think we're kind of far away from that. But I will tell you at the end of this video where I think we are right now and where we're going. So I do want to bring up this article right here from MarketWatch. It says, prepare yourself. The U.S. housing market is at the beginning stages of the most significant contraction in activity since 2006. Now, you will see this contraction in activity and people saying, hey, sales, homes of sales are lower. And they're saying that this is because people don't want to buy houses. That's not true. That's because interest rates are higher, which is having an effect on some buyers. And also there are not enough homes for the people that really want homes. So you're seeing a contraction in the amount of sales. And this is based on a tweet that an economist put out. This economist, credible source from Fannie Mae. He works for Freddie Mac. And he said the U.S. housing market is at the beginning of stages of one of the most significant contractions in activity since 2006. It has shown in many, it hasn't shown up in many data series yet, but mortgage applications are pointing to a large decline over summer. Purchase apps down 40% from seasonally adjusted peak. So he's talking about here that the fact that mortgage applications are down, and that is a true statement. Mortgage applications are down, which leads to less qualified buyers, which leads to less sales, and less those wanting a mortgage. So you're seeing that this is going to kind of, this is being tapered over the course of summer. In fact, in some cases, mortgage activity is at one of the lower levels that we've pretty much seen over the last 2 to 3 years. So he goes on to say, and I want to, it's one of those, buy the story, sell the news. He says in his tweet, to be clear, I don't think that home sales are going to grind to a complete halt. They'll just slow. People will still be able to sell homes, but it may take just a little bit longer than it has been. So in the past, people have been putting up homes for sales and they have been flying like hotcakes. So I was out at open houses this weekend and, just talking to people. I said, hey, how's your traffic been and stuff like that. Some people tell me, hey, I had 1 or 2 families come through. I had 3 or 4 families come through and maybe a little bit slower. And if some of those families, some of those sellers get impatient, they will sell their house at a discount. But most of those buyers and most of those agents, they just said, well, we'll wait. We'll have another open house next weekend. So you start to see where, homes were flying off faster off the shelf. Then you're just seeing a decrease in the pace of those homes. So are we trending towards a buyer's market? Maybe, but it's going to take us a long time to get there. And I'll show you why. This other story from Housing Wire says housing inventory is still at a crisis level. Now, because in this industry, people believe if it bleeds, it leads. They're saying, oh, crisis means the housing market is about to crash. That's not what they're talking about here. When an economist talks about a healthy housing market, it says actually in this article, historically, markets maintaining a 4 to 6 month inventory would have been defined as being an equilibrium, meaning an equal balance for buyers and sellers. And I will admit, over the last 2 years during COVID, the scales tipped dramatically in the favor of sellers. What we're seeing is some instances where the market is coming back to having opportunity for buyers. So what do you need to be doing in this market? If a buyer is making a strong competitive offer, and I'm saying, when I'm defining strong as, at asking maybe a little bit over, you're seeing an opportunity where people can snag those homes, because while you may have been competing with some places 10, 15 offers on a home, now you may only be competing with, 3 to 4 offers. If you got out of the market a year ago because you were afraid of, the competition, you got beat out or whatever, and you didn't want to pay over asking, there may be some opportunity for you to come back in. So I encourage you to contact your lender, contact your realtor. There might be an opportunity for you to get back in the market. Yes, at higher interest rates, but I've said before, I believe that interest rates are going to be lower in about a year. So what you're going to do is buy that home, pay the higher rate for 10 to 12 months, and then you're going to have an opportunity to do a streamlined refinance. So we're still in situations right now where inventory is still at, in general, homes are going from on market to closing in about 2 months. So in order for us to get to what we call a buyer's market, that has to get up to 6 months. And so, there are some opportunity for buyers right now. I think it's great opportunity or open door for buyers to squeeze into the market until, people start getting used to these new, baseline interest rates of just what we're seeing right now. So are we entering into a buyer's market? I think we're far away from that. Okay. But there is a significant opportunity for buyers right now to get homes generally at asking price or a little bit above, and maybe in some small situations, a little bit below the asking price. So get out there and get yourself into a home. It's a great opportunity. Talk to you soon. See you next time on Major Money Matters.